Begin by scooting forward in your chair until the feet are well planted on the floor. Once you find a comfortable seated position, close your eyes and take a moment to allow yourself to fully arrive in your body and in this moment. Aware of physical sensations, feeling the contact between soles of the feet and the floor. Feeling the contact between your sitting bones and the chair. And the contact between your palms and your thighs. Notice any unnecessary tension that you could soften in your body. And then come into relationship with your breathing. Letting go of any tension in the torso that might be inhibiting relaxed breathing. For instance, allow your lower belly to soften so that as you inhale, you can feel some expansion in your belly as well as your chest. Let's incorporate a count of 5 on both the inhales and the exhales as a way to create a slower and more consistent breathing rhythm. So as you take your next inhale, count to 5 internally. And then use that same pace to count to 5 as you exhale. Keep your 5 count flowing with your breath. 5 count inhales and 5 count exhales. Establishing strong mental focus. If your mind wanders, then simply bring it back to counting your breath. Count your way through one more full cycle of breath. And then allow your breath to resume a natural rhythm, breathing effortlessly however the breath wants to breathe. When you're ready to, you can blink your eyes back open and we'll begin to stretch. So first, lifting up a little bit more through the center of your chest and the crown of your head as if you could get a little bit taller. And then relax your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Let the hinges of your jaw soften. And then slowly lower your chin down toward your chest, just until you find a stretch that feels just right. And then take 2 deep breaths. bring your ears back up over your shoulders. And then sink your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Sense the possibility that your head could get a bit heavier. If you'd like to take a deeper stretch, you can either dangle your right arm by the edge of the chair, or deeper still, you can clasp the edge of the chair and use your hand as leverage to lean your torso into the stretch a little more deeply. Let yourself breathe. Exploring some gentle movement, tilt your chin upward 1 inch or 2 inches as long as there's no pain. If you touch your front teeth together, you may find a stretch through the front of the neck. And then tilting the chin a few inches downward towards your upper left chest. And then finally, you can snuggle your chin a little closer toward your left shoulder, as if you're going to peek over your shoulder at something behind you. Taking one more generous breath here. And then when you're ready to, you can release, mindfully bringing the ears back up over the shoulders. Let's sink the right ear toward the right shoulder. Allow the head to get heavy. And then either dangling the opposite arm down by the edge of the chair, or you can use that hand to clasp the chair as you lean your torso a little more deeply into the stretch. Let yourself breathe. Exploring some gentle movement, you can play with tilting the chin up a few inches, touching the front teeth together. And then explore tilting the chin downward a few inches towards your upper right chest to see how that changes the nature of your stretch. Finally, tilting your chin a little closer towards your right shoulder as if you were going to peek over it at something behind you on the floor. Allow yourself to take one more generous breath here. And then slow, gentle release as you bring your ears back up over your shoulders. Interlace the tips of your fingers behind the base of your neck so that if you stretch your neck back, you can use your fingertips to cushion between the vertebrae. Try to let go of any sense of effort in your neck muscles. And also release your jaw by breathing through your mouth a few times. When you're ready to release, bringing your ears back up over your shoulders and bringing your palms together at your heart center. Let's invite some fluid movements for the neck now. So as you take your next inhale, just turning your head to the left as far as your neck will allow. And as you exhale, bring your head back through center. Inhale, turning the head toward the right as far as the neck allows. And on the inhale, coming back to center. Take your stretch one more time to each side. When you return to center, use the tip of your nose as if you're drawing circles on the wall in front of you. And then reverse direction and go around the other way a few times. When you finish this rotation, allow your head to come back to a neutral position and take a moment to tap into your awareness of your physical body, feeling the contact between your feet and the floor, contact between sitting bones in the chair, contact between palm and palm, and aware of the muscles moving to accommodate your breath. As you take your next in-breath, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling and lengthen up through your sides. As you exhale, lower your arms as if you're drawing a circle on the wall behind you. As you inhale, sweep your arms back up overhead. And on the exhale, return your palms to your heart. Again, on the inhale, reaching up, lengthen. As you exhale, drawing a big circle, arms pressing back to fully explore your range of motion. On the inhale, sweep the arms back up. On the exhale, returning the palms to the heart. Taking one more cycle, you can move at your own breathing rhythm. When your cycle is complete, bring your palms to your lap, and then round your back into a C shape, tucking your chin towards your chest, tucking your belly towards your spine to lengthen your lower back. As you inhale, arch your back by lifting your chest and drawing your shoulders back toward the wall behind you. As you exhale, round your back into a C shape, tuck your chin and belly. And on the inhale, arch your back by lifting your chest and drawing your shoulders back. Rounding with your exhale. And arching with your inhale. 3 more cycles at your own breathing pace. When you finish your final cycle, come back up to sitting tall. Walk your feet a little further apart from one another, and then rotate your torso by leaning over towards your right thigh and swinging low towards your left thigh. Tuck your belly as you lean back, and allow your head to sway with the movement, continuing to loosen up neck muscles as well as the lower back. Reverse direction, go around the other way. And as you come down between your knees this time, come into a forward fold by resting hands on knees, relaxing your upper body and your neck. Let your head be heavy. If you'd like to take a deeper fold, you can slide your hands down to your ankles or to the floor between your feet. When you're ready to come out of the fold, bring your hands to your knees and press down through feet and hands to lift back up to seated. Coming into a side stretch, rest your right forearm on your thigh, reach your left arm up and over into a side bend. Press your forearm into your thigh to twist up a little more. And then release, coming into the stretch on the other side. Soft through your neck and allow yourself to breathe. Take one more stretch on each side, holding the stretch for 1 or 2 breaths. When you release, bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Let's get the back even by taking 3 cycles of rounded and arched back positions. On the exhale, rounding the back. And on the inhale, arching the back. 2 more cycles at your own breathing pace. When you finish, come back to a neutral spine. Continuing with more neck and shoulder stretches, let's take the arms straight out to the sides. Bend your elbows, rest your fingertips on your shoulders, and draw a few big circles with your elbows. Reverse direction, go around the other way a few times. Take nice deep inhales as the elbows come up. And then alternating, one elbow comes forward and one comes back. Allow your whole torso to rotate with the movement, turning your gaze toward the elbow as it moves behind you. And then coming back to center, we'll open the arms wide and then cross your arms over, bringing your palms to rest on your upper arms or your shoulders. Here you can allow your arm muscles and shoulder muscles to soften and release effort. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, and I want you to imagine that you're breathing into the space between your shoulders and your upper back. So on the inhale, hopefully feeling a bit of a stretch between the shoulders and the upper back. We'll now rotate the torso toward the left as far as your body allows. And then turn your chin to look toward the right as far as your neck will allow. Taking 2 deep breaths here. Let's do the other side. Elbows rotating toward the right. Chin turning to look toward the left. 2 breaths. And then coming back to center. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. As you exhale, come into a twist by crossing left hand to right knee and hooking the other arm on the back of the chair. Lift up through the crown of your head and turn your gaze as far as your neck allows. Imagine that you're inhaling from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head and exhaling from the crown of your head down to the base of the spine. Releasing back to center. As you inhale, sweep your arms up to lengthen your back. On your exhale, turn and come into your twist on the other side. Releasing back to center. Round your back as you exhale. Arch your back as you inhale. 2 more cycles at your own pace. And then come back to a neutral spine. Walk your feet until they're about as wide as your chair. Clasp the edge of the chair with your left hand and then rest your right hand on your left knee. As you inhale, sweep your arm up. As you exhale, lower your hand back down behind your hip, palm facing up, head gazing toward the hand. As you inhale, turn your head slowly in the opposite direction as far as your neck will allow. As you exhale, slowly turning your head back to look toward the hand. On your inhale, sweep your arm up. And on the exhale, lower the hand down to the opposite knee. Inhale, sweeping the arm up. Exhale, lowering the hand behind the hip, gaze towards your hand. As you inhale, slowly turn your head opposite the hand. Exhale, turn your head back to gaze at the hand. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, lowering down opposite knee. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slowly turning the head as far as your neck will allow in the opposite direction. And then as you exhale, slowly turning the head back to gaze at the hand. Inhale, sweep your arm up. Exhale, lower down to the opposite knee. Let's do that sequence on the other side. Right hand clasps the edge of the chair. Left hand rests on the right knee. On the inhale, sweep your arm up. As you exhale, lower down, gazing towards your hand. Inhale, slowly turning your head as far as you can in the opposite direction. Exhale, slowly turning back to gaze at the hand. Inhale, sweep your arm up. Exhale, opposite knee. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lower, gazing toward the hand. Inhale, slowly turning your head as far as you can in the opposite direction. And exhale, turning back to gaze at the hand. Inhale, sweeping the arm up. Exhale, lower down opposite knee. Last one. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, turning gaze opposite. Exhale, turning back to gaze at the hand. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, lower. Let's release. And we'll come down to lying on our back on the mat. As you come onto your back, take a moment to let go of your effort and just check in with your body and notice how you're feeling. Observe your breathing. When you're ready to, sweep your arms up as high as you can go on the floor without creating pain in your shoulders. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the mat, and then shimmy your feet a bit wider till they're about as wide as your yoga mat. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the left side. On your inhale, guide the knees back up to center. Exhaling, lower down to the other side. On the inhale, the knees come up. On the exhale, knees lower down to the other side. Allow your breath to initiate your movement. And keep your awareness on simply coordinating your movement with your breath. One more full cycle of breath. And then as the knees come back to center, bring your feet to about hip distance apart. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, and either apply pressure against your right thigh like you're pressing it forward, or interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and hug your legs towards your upper body. Take deep breaths into your abdomen here so that on your inhales, you can feel some expansion in your lower back and your hips and your pelvic bowl, using your breath to massage the lower torso from the inside. Let go of any unnecessary tension that you feel in your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. And when it feels just right, come into your stretch on the other side, crossing left ankle over right knee, and either applying pressure to the left thigh, or interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh and hugging your legs towards your upper body. Breathing deeply into the belly here. When you're ready to, you can release and hug both knees in toward your chest. Use your hands to guide your knees in a big circle, rolling around the edges of the lower back. And then reverse direction and go around the other way a few times. Keep your right knee drawn in and extend your left leg onto the mat. Flex your left foot, hug your right knee in as snug as your body allows. Take 3 deep breaths into your belly, using your breath to massage your low back and your pelvic bowl. Rest your right hand on your knee and guide your knee out to the right side for a few breaths. You can either hold this pose as you breathe, or if it feels good to do some gentle rotation, you can invite some movement here as well. Guiding the knee back up to center, now use your left hand to draw the knee across your midline. It's totally fine to roll over onto your left side here if that helps you to access a deeper stretch. You might like to extend the right arm out to the side to accentuate the twist. When you're ready to, bring the knee back to center, and then extend your right leg onto the mat. Hug your left knee in toward your chest. Right foot flexed, left knee hugging in as snug as your body allows. 3 deep breaths into the belly. Let go of any unnecessary tension in your shoulders, neck, and jaw. Use your left hand to guide your knee out to the side for a few breaths, either holding as you breathe, or if it feels good to invite some gentle hip rotation, you can use movement here. Use the right hand to guide the knee across the body. And if it feels good to extend your left arm out behind you, you're welcome to do that, and maybe also turning your head to look toward the left to accentuate the twist. When you're ready to release, hug both knees in toward the chest. You might rock a little side to side here, or roll your knees in circles. Or if you'd like to take a more deep twist here, you can lower your legs down to the side and bring back up to center and lower to the other side a few times. Resting one hand on each knee. As you inhale, move your knees forward and away from you. As you exhale, hug the knees back in toward your chest. Long, slow, deep inhale as the knees move forward. Long, slow exhale as the knees hug back in. One more full cycle of breath. And then you can either extend your legs into Shavasana or finish your practice in a restorative pose. Please allow yourself at least 2 to 5 minutes to let go of effort in your body and to also allow your mind to soften and settle and rest on your breath.